Hi again. This is Erin Dragonsong. I should maybe say I'm with wiccaspirituality.com. I'm the founder of Wicca Spirituality. I haven't said that so far. Hopefully you picked up on it somewhere. And I think this is video number 4. And what I promised to tell you in this video was about you, about who you are, the truth of who you are and why you're here. This is something, if I could give this one thing to everyone on the planet, it would be this, not as a piece of knowledge, but as a knowing deep in their hearts, the truth of you. I can tell you the truth of you is not what you believe. It's greater than you've probably dared to dream. This message came through to me about, gosh, what, a year, 2 years, 3 years ago? I'm not really sure. But all of a sudden it just came through. The message came through from the goddess that we are, those of us who are here now, who have come to do this work, even most of us on the planet, even those who don't seem like they're doing the transitional ascension, healing of the earth kind of work, we are all among the greatest of the angels. And that might strike you as kind of odd that someone in Wicca, a leader in Wicca, is talking about angels. But just to quickly digress, angels are not Christian. A lot of people have confused that because for a number of reasons, but it's absolutely not true. Angels have existed far beyond Christianity, like the times of Christianity, even far beyond, like every culture in the world has some kind of historical connection with beings, angelic type beings that have come down to help to communicate, to bring messages from the divine, that sort of thing. Angels are high frequency energy beings. That's all they are. So they don't belong to any one religion. And what it means when I say that you are one of the greatest of the angels is that you are one of the strongest souls. You're one of the most advanced spirits. And you may not feel like that. We forget, we come down into the body, we forget. But regardless of whether you feel it, see if you can find that place in yourself that's resonating with that. There's a little bell ringing going, yeah, I get it. Yeah, there's truth in that. Once you realize that you are one of the strongest of the angels, you transcend the limitations that are trying to be imposed upon you from on the outside world. Silly things like you can't fight City Hall. I guarantee you can fight City Hall. When they say you can't fight the government, that's the really fabulous kind of sleight of hand, because we are the government. Just certain people don't want us to realize that. Or when you feel like you can't make an impact on the world in your own self, your own little tiny self, doing your own spiritual practices, healing your own traumas, generating love in yourself and connection with others, connection with nature, connection with source. When you feel like that's not doing any good in the world, I promise you that is the good in the world. That's it. That's what we all are doing. And that is what is saving this planet. The work that you have done so far, the work that we're all doing together inside ourselves, that's what's changing the world. That's what's saving the world. If we were not doing that, the world would have no future. It would have a future, but it would have it without us, right? So I get that this has been an incredibly hard time. Anybody who's sensitive has had a really hard time feeling what's going on, even if not watching it. I mean, I don't watch news of any kind anymore, but still the energy fields are strong, and there's influences coming in that are intentionally generating anxiety and fear on the energetic level. Seeing people suffering, feeling the disconnect between people, the isolation, the discord, the breakdown of societal contracts, the breakdown of families, the loss of celebrations of really everything it means to be human, not being able to see faces, smiles, not being able to have hugs, not being to have get together to celebrate weddings and to reknit families after deaths and losses. These are things that strike to the very heart of what it means to be human. It's a loss that we are all grieving. And if you're a sensitive, it's been hitting you in ways that it's not hitting just everybody else. And it can be really hard to figure out when it's even your feeling and when it's coming from outside of you. It can be really difficult to filter out those influences. So I want to say, I know how hard it's been. I heartbreakingly know, and firsthand know how hard it's been. And because I'm a leader in this field, you know, I hear from people all the time. And because my emails give a lot of support for this, there's a lot of people who write to me back and say, oh my God, I so needed to hear that. Or, yeah, I don't know how to continue. I've heard that far too many times. I don't know how I can go on in this world. And I just want to say, you can, if you remember that you came here for this purpose. You knew it was going to be hard. I mean, we forget how hard it's going to be. It's kind of like childbirth. Seems like a grand adventure until you're in the throes of it. But you can do it. You're almost through it. I promise. This year, 2022, or we're going to see changes you can't even imagine. Things are happening so fast, so fast. It's just that, like winter, you know, it's January 2022 here. It's the very beginning of January, in fact. There's life in the earth, but it's buried underground. There is so much life going on right now. There is so much happening going on right now, but it's mostly underground. You can see sprouts here and there maybe, but we can't really see the changes. When spring comes, everything just explodes, right? All the new life just explodes. That's what we're going to see this year. So hold on a little longer, reach out to other people, be part of the communities, wherever you find them, wherever it works for you. I mean, I have a lot of communities you can be a part of for this reason. We need this support. We cannot get through this on our own. We're not even meant to get through this on our own. So, you know, the Elevation email community, it's totally free. It's, you know, 100% support in various ways. Or there's, you know, I have the online coven, just various ways of connecting with people. Connect. We need to rebuild those connections. They will nurture you. They will support you and sustain you. Even just knowing you're not alone in it is so helpful. Even knowing you're not alone in these energy fields that are coming through, you know, like I'll tell people frequently on the covenant side, but also just in the email list. Here's what the energy is. Here's what's going on. Did you feel that? Like, oh my gosh, those eclipses last year. Did you feel that? And what it means and what's happening. And those kind of things will help you. They'll help you get through it. I want to support you. I want you to stay. You're valuable. You're important. You chose this because you can make a difference, because you are one of the people helping us get through to the other side. That's a sacred blessing to be able to do this, even if it doesn't feel like that all the time or maybe ever. When you get through to the other side, it's going to be so worth it. The celebration on the other side is going to be crazy. All right, so that's what I promised to cover for this one. I guess in the next video, I'll talk a little bit about what's happened so far, where we are right now on the energetic and evolutionary path that you are not hearing about in mainstream news for sure, and that you might not be noticing specifically or hearing about elsewhere. So I hope to see you in that video. Again, please leave me comments. I love to hear from you. I may not be able to reply to all of them very promptly, but I do read them all and I take them to heart and I send a blessing every single time. So, or join me on my elevation list and my online coven, anything that will give you support. I would be so happy to see you be a part of. Let's build this community. Let's build all of our community. All right. I'll talk to you again shortly. Take care. Bye-bye.